It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see Nick Bolton, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Condors and the Panthers on Thursday night.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. As it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Condors of Chicago.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And we are underway here on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hodgins in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
They'll fire this deep for Hardy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 15. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown!
Josh Palmer.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Condors take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this defense.
They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Back to throw again. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides through a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's again complete to Palmer.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Condors go up by 2 touchdowns.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Herbert off of play action. He dumps it off to Barkley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert.
He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Herbert now. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also They've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, Hardy. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's Barkley on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jerick McKinnon now to return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. As we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
And Bigsby once more. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
K'Lavon Chaisson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Herbert now. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down but not before they're inside the 25.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Panthers.
Isaiah Hodgins.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied, fourth quarter as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
2nd and 4. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. He's to the 15. Touchdown! Take Bigsby. 77 yards. And the Condors answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So now the Panthers down by 7. A minute 15 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Herbert.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with a minute 6 left to go in the game.
Pass complete, Goddard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Herbert.
To Barkley on the check down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.